Hello, welcome to StoneMagpie. My name is Suzanne and today I'm hoping to complete the crystal ball diamond painting by Anne Stokes, bought from Diamond Art Club. And I say hoping to because I've been trying to make the crystal ball from crystals. Hopefully you have seen two of the videos. The first one being when I started making the crystal ball from crystals, and then the second unboxing. I will link them in the eye because I do recommend that you watch those first if you want to. I'm not being bossy, I just think it might give you the whole story. So, as I say, today I'm hoping to get this one finished. Fingers crossed. Since the unboxing, I have sorted out some of the colours that we will need to complete today. And I'm still unsure about some of them, so I'm going to complete the ones that I'm confident about and then work on the ones that may have 2 or 3 different options. So we're going to start today with 3772, and the crystal version is this colour here. I'm hoping to have enough to complete the small areas we need to finish in this colour. Fingers crossed. So I've not counted how many we would need. I'm hoping that I have enough. Maybe I should have done that first because I haven't got bags and bags of these. Okay, I'll just get a bit of a release paper so that we can see the crystals nicely. Monty is sat next to me. Hopefully he will be nice and calm. You may well hear him if he sees any pigeons, birds in the garden, etc. But hopefully we won't be too disturbed by him and his little antics. He does love to bark at the birds outside. Likes to scare them away, says, hey, this is my garden, go away. Now this colour here is actually the reflection of her hand behind the glass. So that's why it's quite a different colour to the rest of the crystal ball. And I have honestly been so excited about getting back to this and seeing if I could complete it with the second kit, because buying the kit and taking the crystals away from that kit to use on a different diamond painting has been a bit of guesswork. So if you are wanting to work on this and like the finished result, then you will know which kits to buy and which colours to use from the videos. So hopefully have taken a bit of guesswork out of the mix for you. And so if we do manage to complete this one today, it means that 2 crystal kits have been used to make this one crystal ball. I did give you the details of the first one in the first video, and the second kit is in the second unboxing, which is in the eye. These crystals, square crystals, really quite difficult to find full square diamond paintings in square crystals. So the Aliexpress shop that I found is actually amazing. It's got so many different options. If you want to just buy a square diamond painting kit in full crystal, I suggest that you go there anyway and have a little look, because they have such a variety and their paintings do come in a choice of square crystals, round crystals, ABs, all sorts of options for you. So if you are wanting to do what I'm doing, do make sure that you opt for the full crystal in square. Just make sure, because it could be quite easy to make the wrong option. I did check quite a few times before I checked out. to make sure. Oh, I just think it looks so fabulous in crystal. I really do. And I hope that you agree with me, but let's reserve judgment until it is finished. In the first video, I was umming and ahhing about whether to make this like a geode and have the rocks as normal diamonds with the crystals emerging from this rock. I think I now have enough crystals to actually do the rocks as well. So I think I'm going to try and do that. But if you prefer the thought of the crystals emerging from the rock, I was likening it to like amethyst geodes, you know, where you see those crystals formed within the rock itself, and you can get ornaments of that ilk. Then that's what I was imagining if I thought it was going to be too difficult to complete with pure crystal. But the kit I found, I think, fits the bill just perfectly. I'm hoping when I get them down that it does work out, and it would give you the option then to do that with yours if you want to. Oh, so exciting. It does take a little while when we order the kits from Aliexpress to get here, especially if you're in the UK. I'm not sure about America, if it takes about the same amount of time or if it's quicker. So you will know, if you've ordered from Aliexpress before, just how long you may have to wait to do this if you're tempted. Okay, so that is, oh, I nearly put it back in the tub, not in, put that back in there instead. Pop the crystals back in the packets. And you know, what I'm thinking of doing, because I'm going to have a lot of spare crystals, I'm going to get one of the A4 binders and keep all my square crystals in a binder. And because we're given a sheet with DMC numbers on, according to the crystal colours, I'm going to make my ring binder fit with the DMC equivalents. That'll be fun. So that means when I change up any other diamond paintings, maybe bling up a diamond painting, then I'll be able to sort of look at the DMC numbers and have them to hand. Right, I'm going to do this divide sign next, which is 159. 159. And I've got the number 5 crystal from the second crystal kit. Again, hoping that we have enough crystals in this pack to do all of these symbols. A really pretty pale lilac grey, this one. Oh, so bonny. When I got the first kit, I did have some blues in that kit, but they were quite deep, bright blues. Hence why I thought I didn't want to ruin it by putting in a wrong colour. I just wanted to be a bit patient and do it nicely and get it the best that I could, rather than rush it. And I am so pleased I did, because this just looks so good. quite a few of this symbol actually, dotted about in the middle here, and then branching across and around. So keep your fingers crossed, we've got enough crystals. Monty, sit down. Gosh. It is a nice bright day in the UK today. Yes, so there's a lot of things flying around outside that Monty might say hello to. Not just the birds, we've got butterflies, we've got bees. Oh, my lavender in the garden at the moment is just beautiful with all of the bees and the butterflies fluttering around. It's gorgeous, makes me feel so happy. It's been a little while in the UK since we've seen the sunshine as I'm recording this video, and I know a lot of people have had massive heat waves in the world, so I hope that you're safe and sound, keeping cool wherever you are. Enjoying your own diamond painting. Are you blinging up any diamond paintings? Have you ever done this yourselves? Do let me know in the comments. I do love to hear from you. I love to know if you like to add a bit of bling, if you just prefer to do the diamond painting as it comes, not have to think too much about it, just enjoy the process. Talking about enjoying the process, I am still working on the iris picture from ages ago that I unboxed and I took into work to do in break times, lunch times, when I could, because we do like to go for a little walk, Louise and I, at lunchtime. So if Louise isn't there or if it's raining, I am still working on that diamond painting. I did put a picture on Instagram, StoneMagpie 11, if you want to try and see that there, to show you where I'm up to on that one. And I did post that it is taking a while, but it's still relaxing, and diamond painting doesn't have to be rushed. I know we do love to get to the end of them, but we don't have to feel stressed about getting there. Just enjoy the process, no matter how long it takes. It's all part of the mindfulness of our wonderful craft. It can be sometimes quite difficult, can't it, when we've got a lot of wonderful pictures and we all always want to start the newest that we find. So at the moment I've got 2 on the go at home, 1 at work, plus some little projects as well. And loads that I've unboxed and not even looked at since. So I absolutely know that feeling. I have finished the mirror, the box and the LED lights that I recently did on holiday. I've now put them all together and I am so pleased with all of those. The box, have to say, isn't quite big enough to store the washi tapes on their end, so I've had to squish those down a little bit so they're more oval shaped than round, but I was determined to get them in to store my washi tapes. The LED lights were a surprise, I have to say. I did manage to get them put together. I do think I need to stick them a bit better because they do keep pulling apart, I did use, one side was like a sticky side, and then I put the sticky big dots across as well to try and stick them down even better, but they still keep pulling apart. So I think I'm going to have to glue them. But the LED lights themselves are so pretty. One thing I do want to mention, if you get those from Fansals, they do not come with batteries. You do need to supply your own batteries for those. So I pop some batteries in, and they shine like bright, different colours. They're multicoloured LED lights, and they are so pretty. So I was really pleased with those. I just, like I say, need to glue the lights themselves together a bit better. If you've not watched that video, it is the holiday kits video that I posted a little while ago when I was away on holiday. I wanted to show just how easy some kits are to transport and work on whilst we're away, and whether we needed any extras and things like that. So if you've not seen that video either, there are lots of videos to catch up on my channel. If you're new to StoneMagpie, then welcome along. Really appreciate having you here, as I do everybody that's watched for a while. Everybody is most welcome and fully appreciated. And I do ask that if you enjoy the channel, please do consider subscribing. It's always appreciated, and I really do appreciate your support. Okay, so that's that one finished. Yes, we have spares. Yes, love spares. So let's pop that one back in the box. 159 is done and completed. Okay, I am thinking about, should we do this area here? What's that dot? That was 3866. Where's that? Okay, 3866 is this creamy colour here, and I had two different options to go for. I wanted to look what it was sat around, because I've only got that little area there to do. So, do you know what? I'm going to leave that one for a while and get in the bits that are around it here first. So let's have a look at this symbol here. What's that? 3756. 3756, this beautiful pale mint green. And I've got number 31 here to do. Hoping that, again, there's enough crystals. I'm probably going to say it every time, because that's the only thing, isn't it? So a really beautiful pale mint green. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. Number 31. I am saying the number of the bags so that if you are going to do this too, you will know which colour to get out of your kit. Wow, they are really close together in colour. I am hoping there's enough of a contrast between these two, because these are pure clear crystal and these are the mint greens. You may well see that a bit better than me at the moment. So, is there enough contrast? I think I'm going to put these in and step away and have a little look, because it doesn't look that much different to me. Just going to do this little section. See what I think. hope there is a contrast, because then I won't have to pick them all off to try and find the ones I've just placed. Right, let me see. There is a slight contrast, but not much. So what I'm thinking is I'll pull those out and try a different colour and see if I'm happier with a different one. As I say, there's only a slight difference, so it's going to be tricky finding them all. Right, okay, so I have removed what I think is all of that symbol. If not, it doesn't really matter, because as I say, they are so close in colour. So let's put 31s away. And what I found is number 9. Now number 9 is also a pale minty green, but with a bit more colour in it, I think. So we'll give this a try and see if this is any better. Yes, I can now see the contrast. I'm much happier with number 9. So if you are also doing this kit, then ignore number 31 and do the 3756 with number 9s instead. Yeah, that is a lovely colour. Okay, I will speed up the video at this point so that I can get those filled in, and I'll be back with you once that is finished. Okay, so next we go to the stars, which is 762, this pale grey, like a silvery grey, and I've got packet 16 here. Let's have a look at these. Okay. Now then, these do look quite similar to the clear crystal again. Let's put a couple in and see what we think. Oh no, they are definitely paler. Yep, I'm happy with those. Okay, again, I will speed up the camera while we get all of these stars in. Okay, but you know, I am so pleased with how that has turned out. The whole top part now is nearly complete. So exciting. Next we're going to do the dots, which is 3866, and I'm going to try number 10. Let's see what these ones look like. A very, very pale tan type of a colour with a hint of pink. So I think that's quite a good equivalent. Quite difficult with these creamy colours to get an equivalent crystal. So let's see how this looks. Yeah, I think that will work actually. Okay. Off we go again, filling in our crystals. How's it looking with this colour? Yeah, I think that works well because there are similar colours nearby, but they are definitely different to this one, so good. That is good news. Yeah. Oh, I'm so happy. So happy that this is working out, because looking at the kits on the site, it was a bit of a risk which one to get, and I had to go by the colours in the kit that I thought might include the similar colours to this kit, and it was a bit, as I say, a bit of a gamble. But, do you know, I would have used the crystals elsewhere, so it would have been a win-win anyway. But, oh, I'm just so happy. Oh, I've done it again. I keep insisting on putting the crystals in with the diamonds. Oh dear, made a complete mess of this now. Tip those out and... Right, you don't need to see me separate all of these out, so I'll be with you in a minute. Do you know what? I'm too excited. I'm too excited. I'll sort those out later. I just want to get on with it. Oh, what a mistake. Right, okay. I'll just pour this into the white tray so I can carry on using. They actually look really pretty together though, don't they? Nice mix. Okay, pop those aside. Let's carry on and hope I don't do that again. Silly, silly. I'm just need to calm down a little bit and I just want to, it's just lovely. Okay, right, we're going to do the wavy lines next. 161, which I have got here. Look at this crystal. Beautiful. Now there are quite a lot of these wavy lines, so again, keeping my fingers crossed, but I've got quite a few of these, thankfully, in this crystal. Let's have a look here. Yeah, I think they'll look good. So number 8 packet I am using for the 161. And as I say, there are quite a few. Yes, now you see, remember in the first kit I got, the only blues I had were really bright blue, and I did try them in a little area and it was just too much of a contrast. So again, so pleased to have a pale blue to put in here. Now 161 has got a slight purple to it, which I don't think these crystals have, but I think because they are crystal, we're getting away with it. I hope that you agree. Oh, it's so pretty. What I'm finding is that my putty really does need a bit more putting into the pen, but I don't really want to use new putty with these crystals, so I am just trying to prolong it. Hope for the best. If not, I will have to put some more putty in and see how it goes. I've just noticed I've got one of those. What was that? 963. 963. 22 pack. Pop that in there. And there we are. Just needed to fill that in from the other kit from previously. So that's all correct now. Okay, now I'm getting colour in next to the other. If you remember on the first kit, we had quite a similar colourway happening, which is this grey blue here. So I'm going to stand back in a minute. Apologies about Monty again. I'm going to stand back in a minute and have a look at the contrast to make sure I'm happy with it. And I'm going to try and calm Monty down. Yep, that's all good. I'm happy with that. We will continue. I will speed up the video again at this point and join you again soon. Oh my goodness, that is so pretty. So pretty. Wow, right. I think you can see here there's still some to complete, which is this 158, and it is quite a deep blue. So I have got this colour here, which is very bright, quite neon blue. What else do I have? I have this one, and I have this one. They're all quite bright. So they are all quite bright compared to the pastels of the rest of the crystal ball. But this is quite a dark colour. Let me see what blues came in the other kit. Yeah, they're quite bright as well. So, what purples do I have? Wonder if purple might be. I wonder. Purple. Okay, I don't know, but it is quite a bright purple blue. So, which one? I'm going to put some out on a tray because they do sometimes look slightly different on the tray than that they do in the baggies. Oh wow, it is bright. I mean, that is really bright. Okay. Let's try this one. I think I prefer this one to the other one, and I think 18 would just be too. So from the other kit, I'm just wondering if I should go more purpley than blue. You see, I've got this colour, which looks Let's put that one back in here for a minute and have a look at what the purple would look like from the first kit. I think I'm more tempted by that one. Let's put a couple out. Okay, what do we think? I wish that I could hear you calling to me. I really do. Because this is the purple option and it is a purpley blue, as you can see. So, do you think the purple is better than the blue, or do you think the blue... Oh, I think I'm inclined to go purple, you know. Rather than the blue. The blue just seems such a contrast. Okay, right. I'm doing it. I'm going to go purple, and I can always change it if not. Let's take these out again. Right, here we go. Let's see what we think. Okay, I need to stand back and have a look. Well, it is a contrast, but it would have been anyway in the original diamond painting, wouldn't it? Because these are the colours, so it would still have been a contrast compared to those two. Okay, I'm going to leave those in. That was pack 27 from the first kit. And we're at the point now where the top half of the diamond painting crystal ball is finished. So now we need to decide what we're going to do about the rocks. If you wanted to finish yours there, and as I said, have the normal diamonds here and then the crystal geode, then you would be at this point finished. But I am really tempted to carry on and put the rocks in as crystals. Of course, you would probably remove those if you were doing, well, you wouldn't have to. You could still have the rocks here and have that bit coming out of the side of your geode anyway, so it would look really pretty like that. I just think maybe I need to show you what it would look like fully crystallized and tell you the numbers that you would need to use. Oh, I can see there, still got some of those wavy lines. Need to pop those in quickly because I didn't notice that it continued down here as well. Okay, decision made. I am continuing to finish the crystal ball as a complete ball. So I'm going to go on to the L. Am I? Y is 3799, which is a very dark grey. And the crystals that I am going to use are the 310 crystals. So let's have a look how dark they are. So you can see they're not quite black. They've actually got quite a greeny hue to them, so I'm hoping that they fit okay for the Y. Sorry, I should say, yeah, pack 3 for the Y code is what I'm using. Now, I wouldn't say these are black crystals. I would say these are very, very dark green, but they did put these in the kit as a black. I'm just going to check what the first kit had as a black. The first kit didn't have any at all, so we're sticking with this one. Y code is done. I actually really like that colour. It's very, very pretty. So our E symbol I've changed to pack number 1 from our second kit. We'll get these in. They are a lot more crystally than the Y code, but we're doing crystals after all. Okay, that is all of the E code done with our number 1 crystal. Next, we're going to do the L 317 with the number 5 from the first crystal kit I got. And let's see how this changes things. That is the L code now finished, the L symbol. So we only have 1 symbol left to diamond paint, which is our Tetris symbol and number 6 from our new second diamond painting kit. Let's see what difference this makes, and then let's see what we think at the end of this symbol. Okay, as we get into the final little bit of section of the crystal ball, what do you think? We are now finishing the end of the crystals, and normally I would be saying get your tic-tac boxes ready for a completion. However, last one going in. What do you think? Because I am going to say that I'm going to show you a full-on view to make our final decision on this. There's Crystal's back. Here she is holding the crystal ball in entirety of crystals. So what do you think? Do you love it as all crystal? Do you think I should have made this part into the diamonds and had it as a geode? So this would be crystal and this would be diamonds to create a bit more contrast. Do you think that you wouldn't do the crystal at all and you would prefer it in the usual diamonds. I actually like the glow on the top. There are certain bits of the rocks that I'm not sure of. Jury's out as to whether I keep the crystals in this rocky part, although I do like them popping through the stand here. It does look like a full ball. So, oh, decisions. Okay, so I've left it a little while. I've had a drink, I've had something to eat, I've looked at it again, and I've compared it to the website picture, and I've decided that I'm not happy with the rocks. So I'm going to pick off the crystals around the bottom to put in the usual diamonds, and so it's going to end up being like a geode effect. I'm going to work out where I stop, but I think it'll be this line here, and we'll see what happens next. That's the beauty of diamond painting. There are no mistakes. We can try things out, see how it works, and if it's not what you want, pick it off and do something else. So another good reason to enjoy our diamond painting. I'm going to pick these off camera. I'll probably start my usual diamond painting and I'll come back to you and give you an update. So now the crystals have been removed, I've left the Y code on in case it looks quite pretty. If not, I will remove it, but we're now going to fill in the diamonds. Okay, the last bit of the video I did at 5:30 in the morning. So if you wondered why my voice was a little bit quiet, I just didn't want to wake everybody up. I basically woke up and thought, I've got to get these rocks done. So I got up really early. I'd taken out the crystals, but I'd left the Y crystal here, which was like a darker grey-black colour. And so I wanted to see what that would look like, and I'm so much happier with the way that these rocks are. I really do think it makes it even more effective than doing it all in crystal. And I have left those in because when you see it from a side, these crystals twinkle green in a really pretty way. So you would think that I'm finished now, but I'm not happy with this wing here. I think this looks a little bit stunted. So I was looking at my original photograph that I took of the symbols when I was doing the diamond painting, and thankfully I did, because I can see here that really this colour should go up a bit, and this one here should go along a bit. So I'm going to follow those codes a bit better and make these two longer, and then I'm going to see about this one here. What I also noticed was that now that these rocks are darker, it blends this purpley bit in much better. I'm much happier with that, and you can also see those there on the grid as well. So this is what I'm going to do next. I'm going to keep this picture beside me as a guide, and then I'm going to pull out some of these crystals and replace them with this colour here, which is the #1 bag from the first crystal kit I got. And that is the same as what I used here. Okay, so let's get removing crystals again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, so now I can see we've got, I didn't go wrong, I didn't do it wrong. You can see the blue here is this symbol here, and the arrows going down is this sort of lilac-y colour here. Okay, so there are only 4 here, so I didn't go wrong. It's just that the colour here, which is the line with the wiggle over the top, isn't really dark enough to give that sort of a detail. So that's what I'm going to remove and just put in some arrows instead of those. Right, so that explains that. So it's the line with the wiggle that I'm just going to replace with the arrow down. Okay, so it is this one. Just get a spare tray to put my, it's that one, and then 2 over that. Just following the grid, so then it's diagonal over that. And sometimes when you do pull these crystals off, hopefully you won't have to. If you're doing this and you're following what I'm doing, hopefully you won't have the same issue as what I've got, but sometimes it pulls off the silver backing a little bit. However, what I've found is that it is still sticky enough underneath for it not to be a problem sticking the next crystals down. So if you're worried about that, don't be, because it did work out fine. Okay, and then we've got, because especially around my stand, I did originally put the diamonds in, then I took them out, then I put the crystals in, and then I took them out. And so the diamonds still have stuck well, even though I did all of that faffing about. But, you know, I'm still happy that I did try it, because it will also give you an idea of what you prefer. If you want to do full crystal, then that's how that would look. And if you prefer, you can do the diamonds like I have, or you might just think, oh no, I don't like the look of any of that, I'm just going to stick with the diamonds. But by seeing all of the different ways that I've done it, you can make your own choice, because of course I do it all on purpose, just to help you out. Do you know as well, I've also got just a slight blister on my finger because I've been diamond painting so much. I don't know. The things I do for you. Now, this has been challenging, but I do have to say that I have enjoyed every minute of it, even removing the things. It's just been so much fun experimenting with this canvas, and that's why I love diamond painting, because you can't go wrong. It's just brilliant. Right, so much, much, much happier with that. Next, I'm going to do this bit here. So again, I'm going to pull up and follow the guide that I've got. So they are still all the same colour that I'm taking away, because I'm going to be storing all of my spare square crystals, and boy, I've got loads of them. So what I decided to do, because most of my crystal special drills are all in the Art Dot round containers. I've got so many of square crystals that I have bought another ring binder, and I'm going to store them all in their associated colour, so that if ever I get a diamond painting and want to bling it up with a little bit of crystal, I'll probably not do it to this extent again. Well, you never know. But I will have those colour references to hand, doing it in a ring binder. Ooh, that's arriving today. Can't wait to sort all of these out. I love organising, especially when you're playing with pretty sparkly things. Oh, so joyful. Right, so this is going to be the next line of these. And if you're wondering, well, would I really need to buy the second kit then if you're not doing the rocks? Well, yes, because if you remember the background here with this lovely mint green, that came from the second kit, as well as there were definitely other colours. Oh yes, there was this brown here, and oh, there was quite a few, weren't there? Right, much, much, much happier with that. What a difference. I hope that you agree. So do let me know in the comments. I don't mind you being honest at all with what you think about this. Now, I'm looking at the next line now and wondering, because I think that extends a little bit, but not much actually. I think it comes to this, so I only have to remove these two to extend this line. Yep, and then this one just has, let me see, got a line of 4. Just trying to work out this last bit because it's a chunkier part. So I'm trying to work out what I've done. I think those 3 are those 3, and then it goes under 4 and then 1. So I'm removing 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm removing 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that one as well. And this is where I think counted cross stitch comes in handy, because when you follow a guide on counted cross stitch, you can work out the patterning. So my experience in that definitely has helped me with this. So here you can see the silver backing has stuck quite firmly. It hasn't spoilt the crystals at all, it just covers the symbol. But we know what we're doing anyway, so no problem. So that's chunked that up a little bit. Oh yes, yes! So much happier about that. Now, I also wondered about whether the wing is properly defined. When you look at the chart, it isn't really well defined anyway. So I have got some definition in the pink between and then the paler on the outside. So I'm happy with that. I think that looks really nice. And the chin has the dash symbols here is this colour. You see those 3 there are those 3 there. We've got the purple in, we've got the blues in, we've got that gap. we've got all the blues and greys here. And that brown, I did wonder about that brown, but it is quite a dark brown compared to, it's the tick sign. So that was going to be the pink and the brown. So I'm leaving that one as is. I think I need to have a look from a distance to make sure I'm happy with everything else before I declare it finished. Let's see. Yes, oh, that looks so much better. I'm so much happier with that. He hasn't had his wings clipped, bless him. Now, the only other thing is this bit here, because the crystal ball goes round there and is held in the goblet. So why have I got that row here? I'm not really happy with those either, and they are the usual diamonds. So I think I'm going to pick those out and replace those too. Oh, will it ever be finished? But you know, I want to look at this picture and be completely and utterly happy with it. And I'm not happy about that bit. So let's take those bits out. And these bits I haven't changed at all. This is what the original symbols were. But no, doesn't make a lot of sense to me, that. So just removing these. As you can see, they are the arrow down symbol. Probably looking at Anne Stokes' original artwork, it will have been amazing to have this, I'm sure, but I think it's just the rendering from Diamond Art Club that hasn't quite translated. That's what I feel anyway. You may feel differently, you may be really happy with it, and that's fine too. Everybody can have an opinion, of course, and it might make sense to you and think it might be some sort of glow from the ball. I don't know. But for me, it's going to now look like it's part of the rock that's not held in the stand. So I have to say, this is the most I have ever changed a diamond painting. I don't know if that's something to do with the fact I'm getting more confident, or whether it's because I'm using crystals for the first time. So I'm going to fill in this bit with a brown. Let me see if I've got, oh no, because it won't, yeah. Let me see if I've got that part on my grid picture to find out what browns I used in the goblet. Okay, so it hasn't got that part of the diamond painting on, but I can see that we've used ends and arrows. So I think that's the arrow colour. I think I might use that one. Where are you? Arrow. I was looking, thinking, I know I've jumbled all my symbols up in my box, but it's not an arrow, it's that symbol there. Oh dear. So, yeah, I think that will work there. Just to try and match up a little bit with this side. I'm going to have one there. I think I'm going to make that one black. So if they are black, Actually, no, put that down there. Then down here, and then if they are black, yeah, no, take that out again, don't like that. I think that's going to be black, and then they are all going to be black. Perhaps, should I have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3? Should I have it like that? And then they are all black. Sorry, I keep covering them so that I can imagine that being black. See if it works. I think so. So, let's have a look. My 3 10s. Just filling in this bit before that one to see what it looks like before I go ahead. Yeah. Okay, again I'm going to stand back to have a look. What do I think? What do I think? Okay, what do I think? So that comes down now. Round, round. Yeah, that's better. Now I don't know what this is because, yeah, no, it would sit. It would sit, so that is part of the crystal ball. It would sit right in the bottom. Okay, so I think I need browns there instead of those 2 3 10s, and I think I'm going to change out that row here to make it darker to match there. So I'm going to take out those 2, which I did put in, look, they're both arrows, which are not the 3 10 symbol. So I did do that myself, but I'm now going to replace those with this brown that I used. Or should I go lighter, because it's lighter this side? No, I'm going to stick with that one, like that. And then that matches that. Okay. And then I'm just going to remove some of these, not all of these. Let's take these. And yeah, I'm going to take all of these out. Okay, and have it like this. Now I don't think I've got the symbols for that, so I will have to just see. So I think it's that one and that one. Just have a quick check. Could be those 2 actually. Okay, let's try. So we've still got our little glow that carries on from here, but then it's going darker here to match in more with those. Actually, they're... Let's have a look. Yeah, and then I'm going to do dark. Just to try and get that ombre that they have here. They've got a light, a dark, and then black, I think, here. I think that's a black. I'm just going to have a little peek. Actually, I'll do it on this one. Yeah, so they are 3 10s. 3 3 10s, and then I think we might be finished. Dare I say it? Dare I say it? Or will I spot something else? Oh no, I'm much happier with that. Oh. Right, let's have a look. Oh, I'm so much happier with that. So now we've got the crystal ball going round. They do still stick out a little bit to me though. Yeah, let's let's remove that one. My glasses back on. Let's remove that one and put in a 310 because, and that one, because I think that should be darker as well. Right. So a 310 goes on that bottom one. Yeah. And then do I want a Y or do I want a, let's have a look at the Ys. Yeah, okay. I'm going to put a Y in there. And actually, I'm going to take that one out and put a Y there as well. Okay. How does that look now? How does that look now? Let's see. Oh yes, right, that's much better. Yes. Do you know, dare I say it? I think I can. We have a finish. Yeah! Woohoo! Woohoo! Oh gosh. Oh, I'm absolutely thrilled. So thrilled with my picture. It's finally happened. Oh gosh, right, okay. Whilst I'm on this part of the diamond painting, all of the changes happened here. I don't know if you can hear how emotional I'm getting because it's just been incredible. Okay, every other part of the canvas has remained as rendered by Diamond Art Club. This centre part, however, is where all of the changes that I've made have happened. I changed her finger, so it's got a slight bend to it, and then I changed her ring, and then I had the bright idea to do the crystal ball as crystals, and you have seen today how that has evolved into being what you can see now on screen. And I have to say, I am so pleased with it. Let me show you the full canvas now. Okay, I'm not able to get a full view from this angle, but I will climb up in my chair in a moment and try and get you a shot with the full canvas in from overhead. But I just wanted to point out that background is so fabulous. I just love it. And I don't know if you remembered way back, I did actually wonder whether to do the stained glass windows in crystal before I had the idea of the crystal ball. I am so pleased I didn't do that because those ABs sparkle wonderful, different colours, as ABs do, and so it just does give you that stained glass effect. It is incredible, and the way that the background comes in just makes it feel very comforting. We've got the AB sparkles across the top as well. It is so pretty. This background is the most amazing background I have diamond painted. Everything on this picture has detail. It's so detailed, from the stained glass with those dragons, from even the top of the roof with the AB crystals sparkling underneath those eaves. It is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Coming down here to this part of the background with all of those details, it's just incredible. Anne Stokes is an amazing artist, and Diamond Art Club did take her art and make this a fabulous diamond painting. It has been incredible to work on, it really has. Then look how beautiful she is in the middle of the canvas with those piercing eyes. The detail in those eyes and her facial features is gorgeous. We've got the glow on either side of her cheeks. We've got those red, luscious lips. We've got the headband and the necklace going down into the décolleté area, which has all of that blending. Her hair having the different colours coming down either side of her face. To the sumptuous velvet gown. The way that this has been rendered looks so lifelike, with those folds and pleats coming down to her hands with the blending of the colours, and then the flow of her gown coming down. You may not even be able to pick out the colours here. There are so many colours in those folds. It just looks incredible. Down to the bottom of the canvas itself with our crystal ball stand, picked out details in ABs and filigree work, with our friendly dragon twisted around it. Look at the colours here to pick out those different details and points of light, little AB touches on the edge of his wings. Oh, it is beautiful. It is so beautiful. The background here having the details either side with the little love hearts depicted. Oh, it's just stunning. It's just a beautiful diamond painting. Right, I'm going to try and get you a full shot from ahead. It might be a little bit wobbly because I will be stood on a chair, but I'll try my best. Have I got her all in shot? I certainly hope so. I'm stood on a chair holding my camera as high as I can. I can't see the screen, but I'm hoping that you can see the full result of the crystal ball diamond painting from Diamond Art Club, using crystals as the crystal ball, and they just glow from the canvas. I hope that the camera is picking that up for you. Here is a different view for you from eye level, what I can see on my table from the ABs in the stained glass. Look at the colours in those ABs. Really, truly do look like stained glass, don't they? Moving down to our crystals in the crystal ball, sparkling, glowing, just incredible. To the rocks looking like a geode. Down to the crystal ball stand with those ABs picking out the details, especially to the bottom of the stand where we've got star details and filigree work picked out, with our friendly dragon curling around the stand and looking up in awe. What a finish. I am so pleased with it. So there we have a finish. Woo! Without a tick box shake in sight. I can't do that to you. Come on, let's get our Tic Tac boxes and shake 'em. Woo! We can't miss out on a bit of celebration for another StoneMagpie finish now, can we? I couldn't do that to you. All that's left for me to do now is to say a really big thank you to you for watching. I really do appreciate the support, the comments, the likes, everything that you give back to me. It's really appreciated. Thank you so much. If you have liked the video, please do consider subscribing and sharing, and I really do hope to see you here again next time. I don't have an upload schedule as such, I just post when I can, so please do ding the bell to be notified when my next video is uploaded. Until then, enjoy your own diamond painting and take care everybody. Bye!